Hey guys, it's Tyler. So Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, I guess. It is Christmas Eve right now, and I wanted to make a video before the end of the new year. Because I wanted to let you guys know that I am closing down my boba tea shop. Sad. But I wanted to talk about it, and we are actually going to be moving our shop, so we're not actually just done with the shop, but I just wanted to explain what's going on. So we opened our shop in 2024, February of 2024, so we almost lasted for 2 years. And if you watch my other videos, then you know we opened in like a small town. Like I live in like the city, and then there's like little towns outside the city, so we opened in one of the little towns that had like no competition as far as boba drinks. And we opened, and at first it was doing really well. We were making around $600 a day, which to me was like phenomenal. Like I was like, whoa, this is great. So we were doing that for about a month, and then it kind of trickled down to around 400 to 500, which still was like really good. And then after like a couple months, I think we had one of our slowest days where we were making like 300 or something like that. And so I thankfully my employees, like they all like knew that they were getting not a lot of hours to start. Like I didn't start anyone at like 40 hours or anything. And then one of my employees quit, so it kind of evened out. And I was still making like profit, which meant I could still pay off my debt for the business. Obviously I wasn't taking any money yet. But then things slowed down more, and it didn't matter like if I post on Facebook, Instagram, like I was really getting no traction. It seemed like I was just getting the same people, and it was hard to like reach out to new people. My landlord did like a flyer to everyone's house who lived in like in the city, and we sent out 1,000 like coupons for 20%, and I counted how many we got back. We got 90 back out of 1,000. So that was still pretty good, but like it wasn't great. But then things kind of averaged out at around $200 to $300 a day. In terms of business, like that's not good. But because my rent was like so cheap, my expenses were so cheap, like I was fine making 200, 300 a day. But then the second year, things got really slow. It died down. We started making like 100 a day. And then we had like one of our worst days this summer. And I started thinking about possibly moving because I can't really shut down. I still owe money like on my loan for the business. So like to me, shutting down is like giving up prematurely. Like why would I do that? And we were still doing the bus, so I still was able to like pay off everything, because the bus is just extra money that we can make, and we still do events and all that stuff in the summer, in the spring, summer, and fall. We were doing events, but I just started thinking like, what can we do? So option one is to like stay at the shop, make $100 a day, and work there myself and just like make all the money and not pay anyone. And that would require me like firing all my employees, which I was down to 4 employees at the time, but one went to college and the other one only works 2 hours a week. So I was really down to like 2 main employees. So it wasn't that bad. And the other option would be to just like suck it up and just work on the truck more once the weather gets better, and hope that we can get busier and continue to do marketing. And so at first I was like, we'll just do that. So I started thinking of like other drinks, and I was like, matcha is big right now. So I started thinking about making matcha, and me and my employees started experimenting making matcha, and we are obsessed with matcha. Like we are matcha girlies now. Because we were so used to making like the Boston brand matcha, which is not real matcha, but real matcha is so good. And then I was thinking of like adding coffee to the shop as well. But then I realized like I don't think that people are gonna come get those things. Like people in this town we're in so my main clientele is families and like children. Like those are the 2 people who I serve. And so most kids well, kids don't have money, period, unless their parents give them money. So like we literally sell to kids. Like kids will walk and they'll ride on their little bikes and they'll come in. So like the money we make is from families and kids. And I was not talking to, but I was on ChatGPT. I know. I was on ChatGPT, and basically I learned from ChatGPT, take that as you will, that if you're in a small town, they're so used to like the things that they like, and so it's hard to add like a niche product, which boba is a very niche product. And most people I feel like are like, I don't like boba, I don't want to chew my drink, so I'm not going there, period. Even though we have so many, like you don't have to get boba, you can get tea or whatever. So I think that like it is hard to get new customers who are straight up like, I will never go there. Adding coffee would require me to open in the mornings, which I would be there from like 7, 8 a.m. to like 5, 6. And I don't know if like it would make more money. Like I just don't know. So I started thinking about moving, and at first it was just like a pipe dream. Like I was like, we'd have no money. Like we can't afford to move. And so I just started looking, like I always just look online just to see like what's available, just to get a feel. And I immediately like, and I do that like once a week. Like I always just look to see what is out there, how much rents are, things like that. So I saw a building literally 2 minutes from the college that I sell boba at. I actually have a video where I was selling boba there before. We've done events there. I know I have customers at this college, and it's closer to where I live. Sorry, I'm just people watching. And so I was like, so I clicked the picture, and it was pretty big. I clicked the picture and I kept scrolling, and I saw it had like a 3-compartment sink and a hand washing sink. And I was like, does it have the plumbing that we would need? Like, cause that was a huge expense. But we built out our shop. You guys saw in my videos, we built out our shop. We did the plumbing. We hired an electrician. Like that cost a lot of money. We even had to hire an architect for the stamp needed for the city. And I called the city here and I said, do we need an architect? And they said, no, we don't have business license for restaurants. You only need a food license. But you need one for the small town that I was in. Like how crazy is, like I don't even need to do, like going to that small town, we did extra work than we needed to. We should have just kept looking in the city, honestly. And so I wanted to see the building because I was like, does it have a mop sink? Because I know you need a mop. You need a 3-compartment sink, you need a hand washing sink, you need a mop sink. Like those are like the main 3 things. And so it does have like an above ground sink and not the one that you put in the floor. So anyway, I took a picture of it. I sent it to the city. I said, would this be a mop sink? And they were basically like, yes. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go see this. I told Evan, like, I just want to see this building just to see it. I'm just going to see it. I don't know if we're moving, but I just want to see it. And as financially, like I can fund it. Like I can fund it on credit because I have no cash. So it's a little scary to think about starting something else when you still owe money on something that's like not doing very well. But the potential that I see on this road where there is like cars going by versus the street I'm on now, it's like a ghost town. And it's a more expensive, like so this building, I went to go see it. It's $1,700 a month, and which is, before it was $740. So that's really scary to like have a rent that high. But thinking of the location, like we can reach so many more people here. And so that was kind of my logic, like, cause Evan was like, that's too expensive. And I'm like, yeah, but we can reach more people. And so I came, and I was worried about electric because we have a lot of like things that need to be plugged in. And so the building had like plenty of electric. It had an outlet. It has an outlet. Like every 5 feet there's an outlet. And I was like, that's crazy because we wouldn't have to do any electric. And we wouldn't have to hire an electrician. We wouldn't have to hire a plumber because anything that, like an ice machine and all that, my husband can do. And so another downside is that I have to pay, well, I do pay utilities now, but I know that like internet, like my building right now has internet, so I would have to pay for my own internet. So there's a little bit more things I need to pay for. And so I was really wanting to do it, but something was like telling me like, I don't, and the guy said he wanted a 3-year lease because usually they do a 5-year lease. And that scared me because right now we had a 1-year lease. So anyway, I'm like rambling. Okay. So Evan was like against it. I was like for it, but I was also like being logical. And I'm like, I don't know. So I was thinking about it and I was like, I'm just going to stick to my shop and just work. And my main employee got a job at 7 Brew, like the same time I was thinking about moving. So that means I would literally save, she was like $200 a week. So I would save so much money. So I was like, maybe I can just get by. Like that's an extra money for me. So I started working at the shop pretty much every day, making a little bit more, but I was literally sitting there dead. Like it was like, there was like 2 weeks ago, it was like 0 degrees. It was so cold, not 0 degrees, but it was so cold. And of course we were dead, and it just kind of like motivated me to like want to move. Cause I was like, you know what? I'm done with this town. Like I want to move. So I was like, okay, what if I just ask the guy if he would do a 1-year lease? Like he'll probably say no, and I'll just stay here and deal with being slow and hope to God that I can pick up and do something. And the guy was like, yeah, we can do a 1-year lease. And I was like, huh? Like you weren't supposed to say that fast. It was like 2 minutes later too. So I was like, oh my God. So I told Evan, I was like, Evan, he can do a 1-year lease. Like I feel like for the city, for a building that already has like what we need, and it's all we need to do is build counters and just move everything over. So I was like, this is like a good opportunity. So I think the 1-year lease kind of made Evan feel a little bit better. I know it made me feel better because being stuck in a 3-year lease, not knowing like how the shop's gonna do is really scary. So anyway, I decided to do it. I signed the lease and yeah. So I've announced that we're closing our shop. January 23rd will be our last day. And at first I was so scared. Like I was like, should I sign this lease? Like I don't know what to do. And now that I've done it and now that I'm like in the building working, like I feel so good. I feel relief. Like I feel so good that we get to move somewhere. We get to have like college customers and like not just families and children. So I want to talk about some of the changes to the menu. So right now our menu is like boba tea. Like we have milk teas, fruit teas, lemonade, like we do frozen drinks. I'm changing the concept. So we're going to do espresso, tea, and matcha because I love matcha now. And I'm still going to do boba. I'm still going to keep around 30% of our menu. So a lot of the drinks are just going away. Drinks that we sell like once every couple days, like watermelon milk tea, mango milk tea. We don't sell a lot of honeydew. We mostly sell like brown sugar swirl. We do sell a lot of caramel cream swirl, but that drink takes a lot of effort to make. So I'm trying to think of like, how can I lower my food costs? Or like, not necessarily the food costs, but like how many things I have to buy. Because right now we have to buy like 12 different powders, like 20 different purees or syrups. And then we have to buy like the Toroni syrups, all that, like there's just so much. So I want to like get it so that we're using everything we're using at least for like multiple drinks instead of like just having kiwi to make kiwi fruit tea, which we don't sell a lot of kiwi fruit tea. So like there's no point in us having kiwi fruit tea. So we're still gonna do fruit teas with limited options, not having like the 20 that we have now. Milk teas is gonna be very limited. Strawberry cheesecake is a big one. Most of the fruity ones are just gonna go. We don't sell enough to like make it worth it. I'm also trying to think of what people would drink here, because I do, when I've gone to the college, like they drink a lot of brown sugar. They drink a lot of Thai tea, which we don't sell a lot of Thai tea currently. So I have to make sure like that's gonna be something different that we're gonna have to make more of. Chai. I make chai and it's so good. My chai is so good. Um, we sell rarely any chai at our shop now. So it's kind of like I want to keep the things that sell, but like I'm also thinking about what do college kids want to drink versus like children and like families. So, yeah. So we're moving, menu changes, been experimenting with matcha. We made phenomenal strawberry matcha. It's so good. I want to experiment with like cold foams, things like that. So yeah, I am here now at this new building, so I will go ahead and give you guys a tour. All right, here's the front door. So this neighborhood is not one of the best neighborhoods. So there was like bars on the door, and the landlord or the realtor guy said I should probably keep them on. This is an office. Whoever did the drywalling in here did a really crappy job. Like, look at that. Like, what is that? I did pull the trim off because it was like ugly trim. But I'm thinking about moving this door to this other side and then getting rid of that window because to me it just looks kind of odd. So this is what we've been working on. What we're gonna do is have this wall right there, and then there will be like a diagonal counter right there where people order, and then there will be another counter right here where people pick up, and then there's lots of room for seating. So like I said, it's way bigger. It has security cameras like everywhere in here too. So that's another thing I have to pay for per month. There's 2 bathrooms. They left this weird, like, I don't know what that is. I need to get rid of it though. So this is what we've been working on. This ladder situation will go up here, and then we'll put legs, and then instead of getting butcher block, because butcher blocks were $300 per block, we're on a strict budget. These are gonna be our counters. Hopefully it looks good. I'm thinking of getting contact paper and just kind of putting it on there. I don't know, y'all. We'll see. I just hope it looks good, you know? There's a lot of holes in the wall, like a lot of nails and screws, so I've been going in and patching it all up. Let's go in the back. I didn't turn the light on. So this building came with this big fridge. Look how big this is. It's huge. It's huge. And it works. It just needs a lot of cleaning. It needs some love. And here's the hand sink, and here is the 3-compartment sink that was already in here, so I don't even have to buy it. But we'll still move like a lot of our stuff over here, like our drying rack and all that stuff. And then there's like a back room with like for cameras. And then this is like, sorry y'all, it's so dark back here. So there's the sink right there. It's weird that it already has all this stuff that we need. Look how many outlets. It has that, those, 6 right there, 6 right here, 6 right here, 6 right here. Like it has so many outlets. And even like outlets for when we have tables over here for like studying, like there's gonna be enough, I think there's gonna be enough for people. So I really like the building. Once it's all done, I'll show you guys the outside. We just put that bag over there. I'll show you guys the outside once we're closer. Here's the ceiling. They're just painted black. I do need to go through and like make some touch-ups, but I am really happy with it. It came with these like trash cans too. And then this is a big bathroom, and then the other one is smaller. So I'm thinking that we will build a little half wall right here, because I don't like the idea of just having 2 bathrooms right here. So I'll build like a half wall, and then customers can come right here, use the bathroom. And then if you walk to the right, this can be like the employee bathroom. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And yeah, it just needs some like TLC. Like, see that roof? That was the cool thing about the other building, is that everything was like really nice. But honestly, it's not that bad. And even there's even outlets on the ceiling. Like, there's an outlet here, there's an outlet there, there's an outlet over there, and there's an outlet like over there. It's very odd. So yeah, I feel like this opportunity would have been not good to like not take it. Like, I feel like it was meant for me to take it. I feel really good about it. And I will do some updates on here, just showing the progress of the building. I really want to get this building done in like 2 months, because the last time it took us like 6 months, y'all. I think we can do better than that. I think we can get it done pretty quickly. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you updated. Bye. So I want to move this door over here, and I had an intrusive thought. I really want to kick down the door. I've already tried it, but here we go. Oh, crap. I'm a little weak. That's on there pretty good. Okay. Oh, that was a nice kick. Okay, bye.